Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear partners, thank you for making the time and attending this presentation. I will start with the futures of food and drink at Radisson Hotel Group. Please join me to explore our vision. Right. Let me start with our big focus, which is really to convert our hotels into the community lobbies. Right. This would entail multiple exercises, and it is, I would say, quite complex, from many different angles. But this would really entail taking the restaurants and bars, right, and integrating them with the rest of the social areas and social spaces, and making and creating this very holistic, very rounded experience, right? We are opening new hotels and we are converting the existing ones. And you will see this through the presentations. Different leaders will present different venues going ahead. But what I want to concentrate now is a message that we have to create our living spaces and we have to extend them to the local neighborhoods, right? And obviously the hotel guests as well. Together with elevating our spaces, we're looking very much into the technologies that would enable us to make it happen and to really drive this change and equip our team members with the data, right? The objectives are big, and ambition is quite large to achieve. And therefore, we are staying hungry for the ideas and for the innovation. And I would say that we are hungry as never before in that sense, right? Let me take you through the spaces, which is a key part when we talk the concepts, right? So I will spend a little bit more time on this topic. So our new spaces are inviting, they are attractive, they are very inclusive, right? And the experiences are tailored to many different day parts, right? The monumental lobbies of the past are really taking a seat back. And the new spaces, very inclusive environments are taking the forefront. This would be your living room sort of type of environments, right? The receptions are being relocated to more inner areas of the hotels. And they are in much more discreet sort of environment in order to not interfere with the social life of the hotel, right? So your check-in and check-out would be happening with ease, obviously, closer to the infrastructure where it is more needed with the elevators and so on and so forth. Each of the concepts are equipped with very specific elements that makes concepts so distinctive from one another, which is your space programming, your music programming, your scent, the uniforms which are informal and stylish, and the team members that are easy to connect with, really, right? And the profiles, I have to stress the point on the talent and the type of profiles that we are choosing, which are really changing the environment, and this new blood together with tons of experience that this organization has really drives that change, to be honest. As for the technologies, which I've stressed the point, I have to come back and mention that deploying cutting-edge technologies really enable our team members to drive that bespoke service, which is tailored to you on a daily basis, right? As for ideas, we're really looking outside of organization. So it's not just sourcing from inside the teams, but it's going out, looking for the partners, making sure that every city is being understood the way it needs to be understood. Every local need is being met, right? Therefore, the local partners, which I will elaborate a little more in the future, are a key step in that sense, right? I'd like to talk a little bit more about the cities and about the neighborhoods and about the local needs, right? And what we're doing is that we, as a large organization with this global mindset and quite a lot of benefits coming with this global scale, are looking into the partnerships with local entrepreneurs and with local operators, because we believe that locals know best, right, what works for their particular neighborhoods and particular clientele. So we're learning together with them. We're choosing the partners who are agile and who can grow with us and who can deliver those exciting concepts, right? Our partners really vary from large scale organizations to small entrepreneurial businesses. But again, I want to mention how strongly we are collaborating with them in order to create and deliver these concepts on different markets. In order to facilitate the communication and learning, what we do is that we obviously go through the research, and the global trends are the ones that are usually popping up on this research. So we get together our leadership teams and make sure that we analyze quickly, we implement in an agile and fast and flexible way. And as I've mentioned the trends, this really brings me to the next topic, which is introducing our culinary director, who will tell us a little bit more about the global trends in food and drink. Please join me to welcome Mits Vora.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Mits.
Hi.
Thank you for being with us. We have little something going on
Yes,
there,
yes,
very
we got a little
exciting. We
surprise,
will talk a little bit more about that pretty quickly. But meanwhile, can you tell us what are the latest food and drink trends that we have together observed in the past 12 months, I would say?
Yes, definitely. The latest food trends are highly influenced by plant-based diet, RX foods, which are recommended foods, which are great in many different ways because they are packed with nutrients and anti-inflammatory properties, and also sustainably sourced ingredients.
That's very good. And we've seen also that there were some significant spikes when it comes to the plant-based products and non-dairy milk products lately. Could you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yes, 1/3 of the mainstream adult population prefer vegetarian and vegan fare, and the sales of plant-based food and beverages has spiked exponentially and is projected to be doubled by 2024.
Would that mean that people will no longer indulge themselves in gastronomic
No.
experiences and pleasures?
No, definitely. Healthy food can be extremely tasty and indulgent. One of the biggest examples of that is one of the best restaurants in the world, 11 Madison Park in New York City, just changed their entire menu to be plant-based, which is a bold statement, and I'm sure many more restaurants will follow suit.
Very good. Very interesting. Now I can understand that we are focusing a lot on our guests and consumers, obviously well-being, but can you tell us how are we focusing on our employees and their work-life balance? For instance, the kitchens, right? Historically and traditionally extremely, I would say, tough environments to work. What is it we are doing in the organization to support that ethos?
Yes. So our focus right now is sustainability. Sustainability towards the environment and sustainability towards our employees. So we've recently changed all our menus to be 40 to 45% vegetarian and plant-based to support the sustainability of the environment. And to support the sustainability of our employees, we have partnered with extremely high quality, fantastic food production suppliers who supply us with a big variety of base ingredients, right? Which takes the load off our kitchen teams and which helps them strike a very good balance between work and life.
That's very good. So would you be telling us that you're cooking something that is combined with indulgent experience and the healthy well-being
definitely,
option?
yes. So I'm going to prepare two dishes here. One of them being smoked beetroot skewer, which we have with a kale pesto, which is packed full of nutrients. It's made with kale, walnuts, and lots of super seeds, which are very high in vitamin A, vitamin B. Again, lots of anti-inflammatory properties and lots of fiber. And it's extremely tasty, and you guys will get to try it in a bit. And here I'm going to finish that off with a little bit of spice mix, which is Levantine spice mix called dukkha. But we've added a little bit of hemp seeds and flax seeds, again, which promote fantastic nutrition and protein. And here we've got chickpea omelette, chickpea and tofu omelette.
Really? So no eggs?
No eggs, yes.
Okay.
Chickpea and tofu omelette, which is packed full of protein and is a great alternative for our guests, especially during the breakfast time when they are in the omelette station, right? And then usually don't have any alternatives.
So
this
no
could be-
colorings. This is a natural color.
And it's got turmeric,
Turmeric.
which is a great anti-inflammatory and antibacterial spice
Right.
mix, and which is very on trend right now. And here we're going to finish that off with spinach and mushroom mix, which you would find in a traditional omelette.
This looks yummy, I have to say, really.
And we're going to finish them off with the smoked beetroot skewers. Right, and the omelette will get a little bit of fresh pea shoots, which will add a really nice freshness to the dish. And we'll finish both the dishes off with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil,
Beautiful.
which is fantastic in natural fats. Here we go.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mitz. Thank you everyone for joining again. I hope that we have managed to articulate within this short period of time how the future looks at Radisson Hotel Group for the food and beverage point of view. Thank you.